What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Ace has to do with another Photoshop tutorial. Alright, so I just want to show you the secret behind every melanin skin, every dark skin. You want to get the dark skin color, you want to get the dark skin tones, and the truth is, all dark skin or all melanin skin have a way their skin look like. And for this is the picture I want to use as an example. Right now, I'm just going to zoom in and you're going to notice something. Now, when you zoom in, you can see around her cheek, more like she rubbed something or the makeup she didn't use everywhere. And it's actually making her face look odd. Also, you can see the oil which was added so as to give some reflection and some highlight of the light is too saturated, and all these are just affecting the skin. All right, so now this is the melanin skin I want to achieve. This one right here at the top of our hair, where you can see a natural skin. And for us to do that, I'm going to be showing you the secret. And this technique actually applies to every other photo. So this is what I'm going to be doing. It's just one adjustment layer, and that's the hue and saturation adjustment layer. I'm going to pick up this one and I'm going to select where I want to correct. First of all, let's start with this orange tool. Okay, so I'm going to just sample that side and it's going to give me the red and this side of, you can see the slider. I'm just going to increase. Now, as I increase the hue, you can see the different color variation. You can see this place looking green, those are the oily parts, and this place looking blue. And just take a look at this side. Now when you see the side, you can see that it's different. So I want to achieve this upper part, this light green, bluish green type of hue. Okay, so now let's make it 0. Well, before we make it 0, let's select just this green part. So take the slider and move it. Let's take it backwards till we have just that place alone selected. So like this. Okay, now let's do on and off. I'm going to move it forward a little bit, backwards till we select those side. All right, you can take this one back. You want to get a precise selection. So let's turn it off and on and make sure those places are selected. Now those places are selected for me for the tutorial. Okay, I'm going to hit 0 now and then let's zoom in. Okay, so now you can see that the yellows is selected. It has changed to yellow because we are at the yellow region. Now we're going to adjust the hue and the saturation. But let's start with the saturation first of all. Decrease the saturation. Now once you decrease the saturation in come on, look at what's taking place before and then the after. So we've removed the saturation of those, the saturation of the oil that's making it looking somehow. But don't decrease it to the end because it's just going to take away the whole color. So we're going to leave it somewhere around where we just start seeing the color of the melanin. And we can change the hue now. So let's take it towards the right. Take it towards the right, it's going to look red. Take it towards this place, it's going to look yellow. So I don't want the yellow hue. I want the red kind of hue. First, then we're going to adjust everything to get the, because I'm going to decrease it like this. All right, so let's quickly see our before and then our after. So I'm going to leave it like that. You can now just tweak it, tweak it, tweak it till you get what you need. So you can see the difference before and then the after. All right, so one more adjustment layer, which is the hue and saturation adjustment layer. Sorry. So let's pick the red, which is this side. I already know it's going to be red, so let's just pick it. So now we have the red. Let's increase the hue, and you can see that it's all over. But if you zoom in, this is what we want to achieve. Let's zoom in up. This is what we want to achieve. So somewhere around here. So I'm just going to increase the slider till we select those red parts only. Only the red part. Let's try and select only the red part. If we can't, then we're going to do the other way. Select the other way. Okay, so let's see. Uh, that means we couldn't get the red part, but we could get other part to look like the red. Okay, so now let's get other part to look like the red. So something like this. We want to make it look red, so it's 0. And now we're going to make it look red by taking this backward, right? So like this. So now everything is going to look reddish and we could increase the saturation or decrease the saturation. Let's decrease the saturation and leave it like this. So now it's now looking red. Let's see before and then after. So it's just a little change, just a little change. Zoom in. Let's see before. You can see the yellow there and after. Okay, so now we're going to adjust the total image by using the hue and saturation again. So I'm just using just one layer. You can use others. So now for the hue, I'm going to make it look. Let's go to the red. I'm going to make the leg red look orange. So let's take it forward. And this is what I'm talking about. So if you want to make it look orange, like the orange kind of melanin skin, you know the one I'm talking about, not the red one, like this one. Yeah, so you can use this one. If you want to increase the saturation, you can, but I like decreasing the saturation to get the real melanin kind of feel. And we could decrease the highlight or decrease the lightness, but I'm gonna leave it zero because I like the lightness already. All right, so now let's just get a point where we just a sweet spot for it. Okay, so this should be, I think 8 should be fine. Let's look at the saturation. Yeah, so I'm looking out and I'm looking away. So something like this is also good. All right, so now let's zoom in. Now we have the color we want. All right, so just this three slider alone did the job for us. I'm gonna group it and see before and then the after. So if you want to actually use the color lookup table and choose the melanin lot, I like using the melanin lot. So I like load the 3D and I'm gonna go load the melanin lot. So I just added the melanin lot and it looks like this. So you can see the before and after. All right, so if you feel, you can duplicate it, Ctrl J, and it's going to look more darker. Decrease the opacity, and from here you can start working on your image using maybe any of the curves and create the contrast you want to something. This is too much for the now, and you can decrease the highlight and work on your image. You can as well turn this off and you know make it look like this. So this is just the secret behind the melanin skin that I normally use as my workflow. So you can employ that in your image. So sometimes I like it being brighter. So I could just decrease the overall of this one and leave it like this. How perfect it is. So create a stand visible layer and let's say a before and after. So this before and after, before and after. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Once again, this is ASAS.